Behind closed, goes for Skits, and what a shot! Oh my goodness!
Forged with the take on this one, sending it straight in the goals to try and come up from behind them. Passing plays. What is this guy? I don't think he's going to get any points here, but who knows? He will. He will find him. Joycey put in some pressure and takes the shot. Skits goes short side and it glances off the forehead there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our second bout of Slapshot tonight, following that wonderful game from the Open League in 501st Legion versus SG Clan. We have Redline Redheart versus BBC News here. Two very, very strong teams from the Pro League, so look forward to a high-quality game coming out from these two sides here. We'll go ahead and start off our rundown of the sides tonight with the Redline Redheart, with Chim, Massive Legend, Backy, Nick, and Steezy as their possible choices here tonight. Chim, magnificent forward. Everyone knows this, right? Absolutely crazy with some of those stick lifting, the plays and whatnot. Absolutely lethal. He cuts apart the field like no one else does. Massive Legend, probably going to be the goalie here tonight, rotating a little bit with Backy, you know, between the midfield and back playing. But again, Massive Legend, just really solid back player, really solid goalie. And Backy, of course, able to, well, funnily enough, back everyone up with being just so talented all around and just being able to make all the plays from all the areas of the field. You know, if you need him to defend, he will defend. Same thing with attack. He can play midfield, he can save, he can score, he can do it all. And then you've of course got Nick and Steezy, who are probably going to be on the bench, I think. I'm not entirely too sure. But again, if they do come out onto the field, they are very high quality forwards. So look forward to a very high quality passing game from these guys here. Moving on to the BBC, led onto the field by Jilly with Moses, Main, and Corzo in tow. These folks do play together a lot. Alright, Jilly, Moses, Main, Corzo. You see some of them play together. You see some of them in previous seasons as well. There's a lot of coordination there, but there's also a lot of general talent here as well, right? Corzo, of course, rising up very quickly to Pro League. And I believe that he was an intermediate player last season. Very, very strong, has progressed and developed very nicely. And then you've, of course, got Main, Moses, and Jilly. So very, very high-quality teams that we're going to be seeing take to the rig tonight. We'll go ahead and flip over to the desk and just talk a little bit more about this one. Unfortunately, doesn't quite look like Snow is here at the moment. Hopefully he'll pop in a little bit later, not entirely too sure yet, but we'll see how that one comes along. Either way, this game is going to come down a lot to defense from BBC News, okay? That's probably the area of the field that's going to have the most questions asked. So, Redline has a very, very strong offense and a very competent backline as well, with Backy and Massive Legend both being able to rotate and play a more backwards position, right? But with BBC News, they do have people that are good at offense and are good at defense, but I feel like they're going to struggle a lot more to keep up with some of those rotational plays and to really withstand some of the pressure that the Redline Redheart are going to be putting on them. Who's on Redline? We'll go ahead and flip back over to some of them. It is Chim, Massive Legend, Backy, Nick, and Steezy. So you can see any of these blokes go onto the field, any three. So we're probably going to be seeing Chim, Massive Legend, and Backy as just a guess. Nick and Steezy might just be on the bench for the season, but I'm not entirely too sure about that one. I'm just going off of historical stuff. So, you know, a pretty loaded team here. And BBC are definitely going to have to put in a lot of defensive effort to withstand the Redline Redheart here. Very, very tough matchup for them. But, you know, anything can happen. It's Slapshot. Alright, It is now 9, so hopefully I should be getting a DM from any of those blokes sending me the lobby password. I'll go ahead and see if I can get it from someone. Interesting fact, the Open League game was ready and raring to go about 5-10 minutes before the estimated start time, before they, got everyone together and whatnot. And the stream was booted up, so they were plenty prepared in advance. But once again, Pro League taking a little bit of time. Either way, we've got the lobby password. We're ready and raring to go. Let me go ahead and hop into here and see exactly how this one unfolds. Now, I haven't prepared any good statistics at the moment to bring for this matchup here. So we'll just be rolling off of some of like the historical stuff that we can think of. Chim is going to find a way past and just break through goals. He's going to find a way to stick lift and move his way to victory. Backy, going to be very strong on the defense as well as helping out with the offense, probably playing midfield quite a lot. And then, of course, Massive Legend. You can never take away those downtowns from him, right? He'll be playing back a lot of the time, but you just need to be mentally prepared for him to slot one through the posts from anywhere on the field. Right, you cannot underestimate this team's offense. And judging from how these guys play as well, they will turn on a dime, right? They'll go from defense to offense so fast. So that's a very, very big thing to look out for. Either way, we'll go ahead and flip over to the game, and not much point in sitting around at the desk. We have Chim, Massive Legend, and Backy lining up for Redline with Nick on the bench. Might be able to see him pop into a future period. And we're just waiting on the BBC News to join. Powerful, I reckon Chim will be the most dominant player this season. It's a pretty safe bet, to be honest. That's a pretty solid bet. Chim is seriously talented when it comes to some of those solo players. So I would not be surprised if we got to see him break through defense a lot this season, right? If you had to put your money on somebody being dominant, I'd say that Chim is a very solid place to put your money. Well, either way, it looks like BBC News is starting off with Corzo and Moses at the moment. Jilly on the bench, probably going to be joining in to the BBC News side in just a second here. We'll see exactly what happens. So maybe, just maybe, they're bringing another player about for a bench. But we're not entirely too sure yet. Either way, looks like it's going to be Massive Legend, Chim, and Backy going up against Jilly, Corzo, and Moses at the moment. At least to start us off. We might see Nick sub in. Who knows? Who is this? Oh, Main, of course. I didn't read the name fast enough. Backy restarting really quick? No worries, no worries. Alright, so it does look like that we have one sub each for both Redline Redheart and BBC News. Nick and Jilly on the bench for both teams here. Be very interested to see how these substitutes work. But yeah, other predictions that could be good to make. We're going to see Backy really, really just control the midfield. Make some of those fantastic plays, rotate in the back. We'll be seeing a lot of high-quality teamwork come out from Backy and Massive Legend, and Chim will just be ready and waiting to split defense on a dime, at the turn of a hat. Turn of a hat? At the drop of a hat. That's what I'm going to say. Meanwhile, for BBC News, it's just going to be a tough game. It's just going to be a tough game. That's all that I've got to say. Starting us off for the Pro League, the first game is Chim. Moving it upfield, steps past two, takes the shot. Not able to find anything. Corzo. Playing a little bit of back right now. Pass doesn't quite find Main there. Ends up with Massive Legend controlling. Moving it up. Shot. There's the downtown that we were already mentioning just a little bit ago. Moses overturns over to Backy. Not the man that you want to give the puck so close to your own net. Moses moving this one up. How did that work? What? It sat on his stick. I couldn't speak. I was gobsmacked. It just sat on the stick. Corzo with this one, going over to Moses. Can't quite find a massive legend. Maybe looking for Backy here. Intercepted by Main. Moses is in front of the goals, unable to find anything though. Either way, very interesting. Redline Redheart actually the first to concede here. Was not expecting that. Chim with this one. Gets it over to Backy. Tries to step and split them apart, not able to find anything though. Back over to Massive Legend, looking for Backy again. Maybe being able to move it up the field here. Corzo putting on some pressure. Pass back over to ML. A little bit rusty to start the season off, it looks like, from Redline Redheart, but still plenty of promise. You know, it's probably been a little while since these guys have played in a competitive league match. So the best is definitely yet to come from these fellows here. Moses getting it over to Corzo. Looks like Corzo's going to be playing back while he's on the field for the BBC News here. Looking to move it up. Maybe find a passing line over to Main. Does find him a little bit too wide. Backy getting bumped off the puck. Very nicely handled there by Main. Passed back again by Moses. Main not able to find a wrap. Not able to find a line either. Moses goes back down behind net. Chim trying to recover it. Moses still putting on some pressure. Backy able to clear. Corzo on boards. Moses might be able to get a shot off here. Can't quite break through the defense though. Again, just really rock solid stuff here. Backy rotating into a back playing position. Pass upfield over to Massive Legend. Not able to find the shot on net. Chim is there for it though. Can he get some good touches? Might be able to find the net. Ends it with Massive Legend. Pass over to Backy. Center field. Goes a little bit too wide. Very close stuff there. Chim to Massive Legend once again. Takes the shot. Some good pressure by Massive Legend. Not able to find anything from it though. Corzo might be able to get this away from Backy. Ends it with Chim. Steps. Shot. Not able to find the mark. The defense from BBC is holding up quite nicely at the moment. Maintaining a lead of 1 point right now. It's not a lot, but it's definitely doing the trick. Main trying to find Corzo. Not able to though. Ends up with Massive Legend. Seems to be the go-to back player here for the Redline Redhearts, as to be expected. We've already seen Backy rotate backwards just a little bit here and there. So Redline Redheart, no surprises with how they're approaching this one. Moses. I'm going to try and move this one up. Corzo still maintaining that backwards position. You know, holding the defense steady, getting ready to receive back passes and whatnot. So it looks like that's how he's going to be playing here tonight for the BBC News. Massive Legend looking to try and find something, not able to. Corzo moving it upfield. Still nothing. Chim running it solo, past center over to Backy, intercepted by Moses. Wrap around the back from Chim. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. 1-1. As I said before, just, you know, directly before this game started, Chim is really good at the offense, right? And it's no surprise that he scored first here for Redline. Backy looking to try and pass. Does get it over to Massive Legend. Goes for the downtown. Moses reads it quite nicely. Chim with another good touch. Broken play. Managed to defend there. Backy not able to find a shot. Still looking for a back pass from Chim here. Moses pushing it up. And again, Backy to control to clear that out. It was very nice. Massive Legend rotating upwards into a bit of a forward position here. Trying to put some pressure on Backy, covering the defense for just a moment. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll end the first period here. 1-1. A very even game. Who scored a BBC goal? I believe it was Corzo. Or was it Moses? No, I think it was Moses. I think it was Moses. I think. I'll check in the next period. I'll check when the period opens up. I'll check, alright? We'll take a look at that now. There you go. It was Corzo. There we go. Very, very nice to see. So Corzo, what a player he is. What a player. Able to get the points. Even if he did just tap it in, as people are saying in the chat, even if it was just a small tap, the fact that he's gone from, what was it, intermediate on his first season to Pro League the next and getting points for his team, it's pretty impressive to say. It's very, very high quality development from this guy. Anyway, things that we missed. Nick subs on here for Backy. Very interesting. Playing a bit of a backwards position here. Not exactly what I expected from Nick, but either way, nice to see him on the rink here. Massive Legend putting on some pressure, getting right up in their face. Nick, pass back over to Chim, trying to get that one over to Massive Legend. Intercept by Main here. Nick, moving it up, pass over to Massive Legend. It looks very nice. Can't find the angle on the shot, though. Moses. Running upfield, Massive Legend not able to get anything from that one there. Pass over to Corzo. Looks to be hanging up a bit more upfield now. Moses in the back position. Massive Legend. Shot rebound off of Corzo's head. A little bit of luck on that one there, but still ends up in the net for the Redline Redhearts here. Taking the lead 2-1. Corzo. Trying to look for something. Nick. Maybe. No, not able to find anything. BBC's shot there. Looked quite promising. Not able to find the net, though. Nick on boards. Goes for a clear. Not able to find the pass over to Chim like he had hoped. Massive Legend putting some pressure on. Massive Legend in back play. Typically see him here a little bit. Chim, again, Massive Legend. A lot of control going on between the Redline Redhearts players. If you call with Corzo, Gilly, Steezy, or Backy, tell him Sergio Ramos is proud. Alright. Will do, sir. Will do. Main on this one. Nick touching the puck. Looking for Massive Legend, maybe. Does wander towards him. Goes for Chim instead. Quick shot. Not able to find it. Trying to split up the defense here. Massive Legend on it. Not able to get through. Moses with the takeaway on this one. Gives it over to Main. Corzo, quick shot. Not able to find the line yet again. Chim. Going over to Nick. Massive Legend. Ready and waiting by the posts there. Again, not able to find anything. Corzo. Might be looking for a pass, maybe over to Main. Does go through boards there, back down behind goals. Just really securing this one, taking their time with some of their plays. Trying to limit the possession that Redline and Redheart get here tonight. Moses, opportunity, not able to find a line. Corzo putting on some pressure. Might get a touch to it here, but Chim with the control and quick thinking. Able to take up a temporary back playing position here. Again, usually don't see him there. However, does manage to find a nice little shot, but nothing results from it. Nick going over to Massive Legend, back to Chim once again. Forward to Massive Legend. Nick now. Might have to get this one away to Chim, but Corzo with some very good control there. Takes it back, pass over to Moses, unable to find a shot, and Chim moving it up again. Main is caught out. Not able to find the pass over to Nick, though. Corzo, some clean possession, manages to catch Nick out of the play. Main might get a chance here at goals. Pass over to Moses. Nick wasn't able to intercept it. Corzo, again, some more control, moving it up. Moses trying to get this one away from Nick here. 45 seconds left to go in this period here. Main, pass over to Moses, not able to find the line, it's so close. Open net, Main, not able to find that one either. The defense from Redline Redheart just barely closing on that one. Main on boards, Moses trying to get it out to Corzo, is waiting center field, nothing going his way though. Chim moving it up, pass over to Corzo, ends up with Massive Legend, not too sure how he ended up with it, but he's got possession, not able to take the shot either. Pass back down behind boards, 10 seconds left to go. Corzo, one last chance to even it up and slots it as well. What a player Corzo is. Both goals for BBC News here. Very, very strong stuff. What a story this guy has. Popping up in IM and then moving up to pro the very next season. Scoring 2 goals and potentially, right? I don't want to jinx it here, but potentially being an important factor here for the BBC News against Redline Redheart. All right, give me just 1 second. I'm going to clear my throat and take a drink. This throat is starting to kill me. All right. Looks like that will be going in with another... Jesus. Another sub, perhaps. BBC News with Corzo, Moses, and Main, so as to be expected. Redline Redheart with Chim, Nick, and Backy. That is a pretty strong lineup there. Dropping a Massive Legend who usually would play back here for the Redline Redheart in favor of a more offensive combination, perhaps. Very, very interesting stuff. All right, and Nick and Moses on the face-off. Looks like possession will favor the Redline Redhearts here for the moment. Main, looking to try and find Corzo maybe. Does find him. Looking over for Moses again. Waiting in the middle of the field. Doesn't receive the pass though. Nick taking control of the back playing here. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Nick play more as the dedicated back. But, you know, we've also got Backy who can rotate in too. So between them, I reckon, Chim almost certain to play a pretty strong forward position. But will fall back in the goalie just for a brief second there before moving upfield once more. Corzo on the boards here. Looks like he's still playing the back player for the BBC News here. I thought Moses might have taken over that role for a little while, but, you know, it looks like Corzo wanted to get back there and take control of the game a little bit more from a macro perspective. Either that or they're just rotating a lot more, because it looks like Main is doing it now. So strong rotations from BBC. Something that I said earlier, again, before the game had started, might happen. You know, looking at some very strong rotations between those folks there. They got a lot of experience with one another, know each other's strengths really well and whatnot. Backy was looking for Chim on that one. Not able to find him. Corzo with some clean possession right now. Finds Nick. Ends up with Chim taking it away. Pass back over to Backy. Nick on boards, ready and waiting for a pass. Might have to come off it though in order to receive something. Chooses to go with Chim either way. Pass back. Moses with the pressure. Really preventing some of those plays from happening. And Nick just getting on the outside. Corzo there. Finding a very nice line. And converting a very, very lovely shot there. Redline Redheart take the lead. 3-2. 3 minutes left to go in this last period here. Moses overturns straight over to Chim. Looking for Backy, does find him. Cannot find the shot though. Ends up with Nick. Maybe going back over to Chim again. Does find him. Backy, not able to link up with that one. Pass was a bit too far forward there. Backy to Nick. Not able to find any points from it though. Chim with some solid defense on that, might I add too. Backy goes to Nick. Looking for something, maybe a wrap, a little bit rough around the edges on that play there. Ends up with Maine in possession. Moses securing the puck. Nick is caught out of play here. Offensive chance for the BBC. No, not able to find it. Nick to back here, a little bit too far back. Still ends up in some clean possession for Redline Redheart here. Nick looking for Chim, does find him. Can he step around? Corzo does get the shot off. And once again, Chim with some very strong offensive plays. Very, very strong. Corzo. Intercepted by Backy. Now this should be 3 points. What? No way!
Wow, nice job.
I cannot believe what I have just seen. What just happened there? That is not... We'll move. We'll move on. We'll move on. That didn't happen. 4-3. BBC with a solid chance to work their way back into this one, especially if Moses is given the puck directly in front of goals like that. Redline Redheart falling apart a little bit here. Very interesting. Backy on this one. Gets the pass over to Chim. Offensive chance. Nick not able to land a finish there. Moses not able to land a finish either. Slight whiffs on goals. One more chance for Moses. Goes over to Maine. Can't find the finish on that one either. Corzo has to take this one all the way back. Backy watching boards. Gets juked. Maine to Moses. Not a clean reception, but still gets it over to Corzo. Not able to find the shot. 40 seconds left. Chim to Backy. Corzo needs to find a way to get this one away from Redline. Nick. Moses with a good take. Shot. Not able to find it. Chim on the defense. Boards to Backy. Finds Chim once more. Pass over to Nick. Looking for Backy again. Moses with one last touch. Nick just hits the top of posts and it doesn't go in. 10 seconds left to go. Backy, one more chance in front of goals. A downtown is required here from BBC. 3 seconds. 1 second. And ladies and gentlemen, Redline Redheart take the victory by a single point. I have no idea what happened towards the end of that game there. Honestly, I was expecting Redline Redheart to come in with very, very strong plays and be a formidable team, right? BBC might have kept up, but I wasn't expecting it to be a point difference, right? I really wasn't. Either way, very strong stuff from both teams. Redline Redheart coming out on top there. Also, one more thing that I want to point out. Congratulations to Backy for getting the lucky title, as you can see there in the what do you call it? The scoreboard. You know, got that at Sparbles. Make sure to tune in for the next Sparbles. Not sure when it's coming up, but if you get that at Events Ping and you see Spars live, go, go, watch. But either way, Redline Redheart and BBC News a much closer game than I thought initially. Very, very interesting. We haven't actually taken a look at these stats so far for this game, so we'll go ahead and see how those have turned out here. You know, see exactly what this one came down to. Massive Legend, it went to shit after that own goal. Couldn't stop laughing. Stick control went down toilet. Yeah, but either way, we're back at it with some more stats. I know how you love those. We got ourselves shot conversion 29% to 38%. BBC News slightly higher than Redline Redheart. Face-offs 5-4. Passes 75-44. Wow. That is definitely where the difference was made. Redline Redheart very willing to move it around the field. 75 passes. That is actually a lot. That is a high number there. But other than that, possession relatively even. Takeaways in favor of BBC actually, but it wasn't too big of a difference. 7-13. And then, of course, saves, BBC were put under the pump a little bit more when it came to defense. So 5 to 10 does make sense. In the end, definitely came down to those passes. Redline Redheart just willing to maneuver around the field a little bit more than BBC News. But still, very high quality game from both teams. BBC News performing significantly better than I thought they would. All right, if I'm being completely honest. That was a bit of a surprise to me. All right. Well, I think that just about wraps it up. Yeah, I think that's all of the games that we've got here for tonight. I wonder if any of the Redline Redheart or BBC News crew want to pop in for a couple quick words. Otherwise, I'll move on and wrap the stream up pretty soon. But yeah, it was just a very, very solid all-round game. Redline Redheart, good control of the field. BBC News were able to compete very solidly. Hey, you guys joined the VC. Hello. Hopefully, the Discord VC isn't lagging behind incredibly. I learned that happened right after the interviews for the Open League game, so hopefully this doesn't sound like absolute arse right now. But welcome, boys. How are we?
Hello, mate.
Hi.
Yeah, that was not the proudest moment for the Redline Redhearts, I guess. Yeah.
Good.
Even still, it was still a solid first game, right? If you scratch that own goal off, it was a solid first game. You know, a little bit of rust kicking in here and there. You know, getting into gear. It was nice to see Nick come in and sub on as well.
Red Hearts
So
performance. You know what I mean? Yeah. It lived up to its name, mate. You go.
Absolutely beautiful. You love to hear it. You love to see it. Players getting back into Slap. But yeah, no, just all around very, very strong stuff. I believe there was a downtown in that game, wasn't there?
Yeah, Nick been MIA for a while, but he said that he was keen to come back, so we put him on the team. Give him a bit of
Yeah. I know you love your downtown, so. Yeah, did you catch the game before this, by the way? There were a lot of downtowns.
I did hit it from quite far away. It luckily bounced off
Just the prophecy.
Goals.
Sounds like that the
That was
VC
all
is
planned,
absolutely
obviously.
scuffed, so that is fantastic. That is absolutely
I watched
beautiful.
a bit of it actually.
Okay, just give me 1 second, and I should be able to
As
fix
soon as
that.
I clicked on the stream,
up
someone
for us
scored a
very quickly.
downtown. Wouldn't be an Oceanic Slapshot stream if something didn't break.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. All right, I think it should be perfectly fine now. I think so. I think. Confirmation in chat would be nice. But yeah, either way, very, very strong stuff. What do you think about the prospects for Redline Redheart this season? You know, you've got such a strong lineup with Backy, massive legend, of course, yourself, Chim. It's hard to miss Nick as well, right? Like it's a stacked lineup.
Yeah, we've been scrimming a lot, so we've been practicing. I think that showed with we had some good passing plays, just couldn't quite find the net with a lot of them. Oh, we did a lot of passing, and I think that's what is going to be the difference between us and the other teams.
Yeah.
I think we need a few words from Chimos.
Yeah? Is he coming off mute? There he is.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to Moses's E key. God knows what that guy's gone through. Yeah, but keep at it, mate. There you go. Shout out to Moses's E key.
That's your words, bro?
And his D key and his W key. Shout out to his whole keyboard.
Shout out Moses' keyboard. Puts up with everything.
And his mouse. Actually, his mouse is scuffed too. Shout out Moses' mouse. And his PC. And his internet. They all suck. That's all I want to say.
Nice, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Insight into the fucking game, bro.
Yeah. No worries, mate. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
He's gone.
All right, Joyce is booing everyone off the stage.
Get us off. All right, thanks for the
All
stream, man.
No worries, no worries.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Cal. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
No worries. I'll
Thank
see
you,
you boys in the
Cal.
next game,
Take it
yeah?
easy,
Thank
take it
you,
easy. Yes,
Cal.
sir.
Oh, thank you, boys. All right. Well, that just about wraps it up for tonight. We've had a solid, what was it, hour and a half of Slapshot, actually. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Feels absolutely fantastic to get back into the commentary box here. Good to have you and Slap back. Slapshot's back, baby. You know, yeah. Round of applause. Shout out Slapshot. Shout out Open IM Pro League. We've got the 3 divisions running again. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Just as a small FYI as well, every now and then I may be streaming the Slapshot games on my personal channel. I've been getting into that a little bit more lately, and I've been trying to get Snow into it as well. So, you know, if you see stuff like that, some of these Slapshot games be streamed on the personal channel over at twitch.tv/Kawami33, just know that I'm trying to scum my way up to affiliate or something. Okay. Well, with that little announcement being put out there, I'll go ahead and wrap the stream up. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and coming through, you know, commemorating the beginning of Season 17 for both Pro League and Open League. Hopefully we can get to see IM start some of their matches tomorrow night, if they're about. But, you know, it is what it is in the end. So thank you very much for coming through, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.